I'm Sarah Allen with Prescott Uncovered. Today we're talking with Kimberly from Kimberly Marsh Photography. So Kim, this is an amazing studio.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, so how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Good. I'm doing good. So tell me a little bit about this space.
So this space, I am located inside the Anne Russell Gallery. We're on Whiskey Row, which is pretty cool. So about a year ago, Ian bought the whole building, and it opened up a whole lot more room.
Yeah.
So there was a room up here that wasn't being utilized, and because I do photography for Ian and all of his social media, I asked for the room.
Yeah.
And so he was absolutely amazing, gave me the space, and so I've been lucky enough to have a studio up here.
Yeah, it's really fantastic. I love everything that you've done with it. So what have you done to this space to kind of make it your own?
Basically, so I started with my tracks for my backdrops. Because the space is so small, I think the ceilings are about maybe 7 feet, 8 feet tall in here. So I don't have where I can just use the big backdrop stands.
Right.
It's going to take up a lot of room. So I have hospital curtain tracks where they're rigged up so I can pull them and move them really quick and change out depending on what's going on.
That's
so
really creative.
It saves everybody a lot of time.
Yes.
You know, to where I can just change between sets and scenes.
I've never thought to do that. That's really, really creative.
And then still just be able to have more of them accessible.
Right. So do you do most of your photography in studio, or do you do outdoor as well?
I do a lot more outdoor than I do indoor.
Do you prefer outdoor?
I prefer outdoor. It's just better light. It's just prettier to me. And you have a lot more options. You know, you can have the trees, you can have the pines, you can have the dells, you can have the downtown. We've got everything right here, which is even what's great with the location of the studio, is if I meet someone here, we have the whole back alley, all of Whiskey Row. I've got the El Gato walking path to where I have nature, and I have, you know, the industrial still stuff. Everything is still right here. And then we can still come upstairs and do everything here. But the space is good for if it's raining, if it's snowing. There's people that can't
just
do more things outdoors. Do more outdoors. But then also I can do seniors, babies, smaller families.
You have a really good way of figuring out what's going to work for the situation and having this vision in your mind and recreating that. So tell me a little bit more about how you do that and how you conceptualize something.
Honestly, it's when you sit down and really talk to someone. I spend a lot of time beforehand meeting with people and talking to them to where I can really get to know them. I don't do generic really well. I really, even if it was just a headshot, I really want to know who you are, to where I can pull that out, to where people can see that photo and be like, that's who they are. That's them. I can hear them laugh. I can see them smile. It's truly who the husband fell in love with and who the kids call mom, you know? Something like that. It's just being you and capturing you and not the soul of who you are and pulling that out. That's what I really try to do.
It's beautiful. And I think it's really important to have someone on the other side of the camera being you, to make that person feel that comfortable, to share that vulnerability with someone, and to be able to bring that out in someone. That says a lot about your character too.
Thanks. It's good because you build those relationships and then you carry that relationship beyond just the photography, and you have those relationships and good friendships. And I have a few clients that I started with doing just one session, and now I did their maternity, their wedding, their birth, the husband's graduation, masters, and then they all came back from Pennsylvania to have photos again. I did all their son's like 3-4 years worth of birthdays, and you just keep them for life, and that's the goal, is to kind of keep that relationship going.
Yeah. So how did you get into photography?
I've always loved photography. It's always something I had wanted to do. When my kids were older, I had the opportunity to go to school, and I was one that I want to dive into it and learn everything I could. So I went to school. I went here to Yavapai, and they still had the film program. So that was amazing. I was able to learn on film and go in the darkroom, print my own, play, that whole thing. And that just carried on even more with me, where you pay attention to the details. You see things first. You try to get everything right in camera. I put a lot of research in to my product and to what I want to deliver and what I want to portray. And if it's not right, I mean, I sent a lot of stuff back and I threw a lot of product away because it wasn't what I wanted.
Right.
So my boxes I absolutely love. I have them handmade, and
they're beautiful
for every
boxes.
person.
Yes, they are
handmade.
so cool.
Thanks.
It's such an amazing personal touch that it helps people who actually have the photographs be stored.
Right.
But then it's just so cute and creative.
They're timeless. They go with everything, and it's just something that you can keep forever and that your kids will love and their kids will love.
So I know you do families and portraits, indoor, outdoor, but I'm a real estate agent and I know you also do photography for realtors for listings.
I do.
Tell me a little bit about that.
I was actually at college. I was still in school, and there was a notice up that someone needed a real estate photographer. And so I answered that ad and ended up falling in love with it because houses don't move.
Right.
They don't, what you get is what you get. And
Right.
Ended up, just really pursuing that for a while. And now I have about 20, 30 agents that I shoot
that's
for
amazing.
all the time.
That's great.
Yeah, really consistent, and it's great. It's a lot of fun. So I kind of do have my hands in a lot of different aspects of that photography. So like
So
I said,
where can someone see some of this work that you do?
so more of my portrait and weddings, things like that, I'll post on the Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
I do have a real estate Instagram. It's just Prescott area real estate photography, and I'll post the houses and stuff there, or just the adventures with the agents as we go through the houses.
Right.
The fun shots.
Fun shots, yeah.
But I do post that there, and then I do a lot of marketing photography for a lot of different companies.
Okay.
So, like I said, I do all of Ian here for the Ian Russell Gallery. I do his social media and his brochures and posters and things like that, banners. And then now I do marketing for Guild Mortgage.
Okay.
And do in charge of getting pictures for their social media and things like that.
Right.
Otherwise, I've done images for different websites and things for different businesses. So
You're bringing up social media a lot. Is that one of the best ways to contact you if somebody wants to book an appointment with you?
social media is great. I did just revamp my website.
Okay.
So there is a spot on my website for a consultation.
Okay.
You just scroll down to the bottom and put in that information, and you can actually pick a date and a time right there, and it will book it right to me.
Okay.
So
What's your website?
my website is just KimberlyMarshPhotography.com.
Makes it easy.
Totally
Is that the
easy.
same for your Facebook and
Facebook, Instagram,
All right.
Kimberly Marsh Photography.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, I really appreciate you taking the time to speak
Yeah.
with me today. I think this is just one of my favorite episodes. But it was a pleasure meeting you and
for
just
having
having a
me.
great time with you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.